Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the University of Manchester, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the School of Mechanical, Aerospace and Civil Engineering graduation ceremony here in the splendid surroundings of the Whitworth Hall. In particular, I would like to welcome your families and friends who are sharing this special occasion with you. I know the immense sense of pride that your family members must feel as they see you graduate. I am sure that all of you graduating today will recognize the huge role that your family and friends have played in your success. It's not only the financial investment that they have made, but the support that I'm sure that you will have received when you thought that you would never complete your degree, the late night calls, the constant encouragement, the shoulder to cry on. It is therefore right that we as a university also acknowledge the role that you, our guests, have played in the success of your friends and family members. We honor you because the students that are graduating today are doing so because of the dedication and investment of others like you. Even though many of you are leaving, this will remain your institution. We will refer to the university community as alma mater, because this is where we hope that you have developed your sense of humanity and where you have become part of a community. You have become who you are because of your community. So we hope that graduating does not end your relationship with us. At the end of the ceremony, you will join a new community of more than 220,000 University of Manchester graduates living and working across the globe. Networks such as this become even more important at times like this, so make a special effort to join and play an active part. The Alumni Association will help you to remain in contact with the university and with each other through new reunions, networking opportunities, the Alumni Magazine, and the Internet. Sometimes it seems that we are trapped in a microcosm of tranquility. The term ivory tower comes to mind, sheltered from the dramatic changes that are taking place around us. 3 years ago, I stood in front of an audience similar to this, and my message was one of optimism. We had never had it so good. The university had completed a major capital building program, our merger had been hugely successful, and our graduates were entering a world where their skills were highly sought after. Yet in the space of a few years, everything has turned upside down. You are now entering an external environment where graduate unemployment has been the highest for over 20 years. We as an institution are facing cuts of 80% to our teaching budget from the government. Tuition fees are rising to £9,000 per annum, which will make a British education one of the most expensive in the world. I'm sure that all of you feel that we face an uncertain future, but let us put that into perspective. As graduates from Mace in the University of Manchester, you are in an extremely privileged position, and your achievement in completing your qualification should not be underestimated. Manchester is one of the leading research universities in the world, and to illustrate that, it was incredible news that 2 members of staff from your faculty, Professor Andrei Geim and Professor Konstantin Novoselev, were awarded the Nobel Prize for their discovery of graphene, a material which is going to transform areas like the development of transistors, solar cells, conducting electrodes such as touch screens, and integrated circuits. There are even potential applications in fields such as medicine and food technology. However, the really incredible story about the discovery of graphene is not the brilliance of the scientists who invented it. The use of a bit of sellotape will, I'm certain, enter scientific folklore, but the fact that it epitomizes what university research is all about. Firstly, they are Russian-born, living proof that science is an international field. Yes, they are immigrants, and we as an institution benefit hugely from our immigrants in all fields: science, humanities, economics, medicine, and the performing arts. But the critical point about their revolutionary scientific breakthrough is that it would not have been possible without academic freedom. Scientists, whether they work in the physical sciences or the social sciences, must be given the freedom to come up with radical and unorthodox ideas. accepting the fact that research sometimes fails. Scientists must be given the freedom to follow research to a dead end. It is why universities were created, to drive forward the pursuit of knowledge and truth, and it is why we are so angry when governments talk about the privileged few who benefit from university education as a reason for increasing fees and withdrawing from contributing to that endeavour. Society benefits from the knowledge that comes out of these institutions in ways that you cannot categorise or cost or put into some sort of balance sheet. That you are privileged is in no doubt. Consider first the fact that in our society here in the UK, of the 600,000 students who reach 16 each year, more than 300,000 will fail to get 5 GCEs at grades A to C. Most of those who fail to achieve these grades come from the lowest social groups. When it comes to preparation for entry to leading higher education institutions like Manchester, only 0.2% of pupils on free school meals, that's just 176 children in the whole country, achieved 3 grade A's at advanced level out of a total of nearly 30,000 learners. The fact remains that despite numerous government initiatives, only 40% of young people in this country have the opportunity to study at university. At research universities like Manchester, the number of students from lower socioeconomic groups remains pitifully small. Every year, through an alumni programme, we sponsor about 20 students from Uganda and Bangladesh to come and study in Manchester or to take part in our distance learning programmes. It is part of our programme of Equity and Merit Scholarships, where we hope to give the brightest students from countries where they do not have the opportunity or the resources to benefit from a Manchester education. I have interviewed some of those students, and they all understand the life-transforming impact of the educational opportunities that they are being offered, not just for themselves and their families, but for their country. It is a small programme. We only have the resources to support about 20 students. Over 1,000 apply for the programme in Uganda, all of them highly intelligent and quite able to qualify to study at this university. They know what the famous black intellectual W.B. Du Bois said in 1903 when he said that education and work are the levers to lift up a people. So you are privileged because you have been given an opportunity which most young people have been denied. But the most optimistic thing about these students is that the reason they value this opportunity so greatly is that they see themselves as a force of change in their countries. They are not corrupted by the limitations of the real world and its insurmountable problems. They imagine solutions. They learn so that they can change the world around them. Society will benefit from their education. And if there was a time when change is so desperately needed, it is now. We are facing not just an economic crisis, but a moral one. We are the 4th richest country in the world, yet inequalities between those at the top of our society and those at the bottom are the greatest that there have been for over 100 years. Working as a physician in inner-city Manchester, I find it unacceptable that a man born in Rusholme has a life expectancy of 10 years less than a man born in a wealthier part of this city. At the end of this ceremony, many of you will congregate in the quadrangle outside this building to celebrate this occasion. In the corner of that quadrangle is a plaque which honours staff and students of this university who sacrificed their lives in the 2 great wars of the last century. Even though I have worked here at Manchester for over 18 years, I have to admit that I had never noticed that memorial until last week. Perhaps it was the contrast of the red wreaths against the white of the snow. But as I read the names of the men and women, I reflected on the fact that they would have sat in the same hall with the same hopes and aspirations that you have. It was their surviving parents, brothers and sisters, friends and families, who after the Second World War bequeathed us much of what we came to expect as the prevailing orthodoxy for the next 40 years. The welfare state, the NHS, full employment, free access to higher education, and much, much more. It was the evils of ignorance, want, disease, squalor, and idleness that were the causes of the wars that took their lives. And I can imagine how the people who came through that terrible period in Europe's history sought to ensure that we would never have to go through that again, that young lives would never be lost to the futility of war, that the concentration camps, the massive civilian casualties would never happen again, That is why these structures were created, and although there were problems, on the whole, they served their purpose well. Such short memories we have. Last year, two researchers from Nottingham in York, Richard Wilkinson and Kate Pickett, produced a seminal text on inequalities, showing systematically how societies which are more equal almost always do better. The facts speak clearly for themselves. Britain is one of the most unequal societies in the developed world. The richest fifth of our population have an income of more than 7 times that of the poorest fifth. The same ratio for Japan and Finland is just over 3. Wage inequality between the richest and the poorest is now as great as in 1854, when Charles Dickens was writing Hard Times. And this is a recent phenomenon. The income gap measured using the Gini coefficient shows that income inequality is 40% worse than it was in 1974. And we have the crime statistics, the mental illness, the teenage pregnancies, the obesity, and the literacy scores to prove it. What happened to the hopes of our generation that sat in this hall over 70 years ago? Is it really the case that elitism is efficient, that exclusion is necessary, that prejudice is natural, that greed is good, and that despair is inevitable? Listening to our politicians today, you would think that this is a natural order. We are given lessons on home economics by a coterie of ministers who all apparently studied politics, philosophy, and economics at Oxbridge and should know better. It may be unfashionable to say this, but I traveled with over 500 students to one of the demonstrations against tuition fee increases. What impressed me was how knowledgeable the students were. They knew exactly what the issues were, and it was heartening to realize that they weren't campaigning for themselves. After all, none of them were going to be affected by the fee increases, but for the future of the students and for the future of higher education. Something is profoundly wrong with the way we live today. For the past 30 years, we have made a virtue out of material self-interest. In fact, for many, this now constitutes whatever remains of our sense of collective purpose. We know what things cost, but no longer have an idea of what they are worth. We never ask about fairness or justice or morality. These used to be the political questions, and it seems that we no longer pose them because they are so difficult. Better to retreat into glib answers about deficit reductions, welfare scroungers, and everyone having to suffer the pain of profligacy. We need to change the parameters of the debate if we are going to bring about a better society or a better world. Why am I telling you all this? Because as you graduate, I want you to reflect on these inequalities in this country and in your countries, and consider the personal responsibilities that should make you informed and engaged citizens. You can, through your actions and the choices that you make in your future career, especially in your chosen profession, do things that can make a difference. If change is required, then universities can play a hugely important role. We can help create new ideas and better societies because we are free, because we challenge assumptions and challenge ourselves. As students who have studied in one of the most preeminent institutions in the UK, you need not be tainted by my generation's narrow obsession with growth in formula and metrics, which somehow sought to explain away uncertainty and greed. Universities are a peculiar hybrid sort of place, dedicated to free thought and the pursuit of knowledge for their own sake, and at the same time devoted to the public good. While both of these aims draw upon a vast store of knowledge, they also require unconventional and speculative thought, tested and prodded through disagreement, discussion, and debate. That is exactly what you have been doing. Some of you researching, others assessing the research that generates fresh ideas. While much of the world's focus is so often on near-term results, universities take the long-term view, to see the issues of the moment in the light of history and with eyes on a horizon beyond tomorrow's headlines. We have an obligation not just to serve but to doubt, not just to help shape prevailing wisdom but to question it. That is your challenge. Paraphrasing a famous quote, you have to move away from asking why things are the way they are and start dreaming of things that never were and ask why not. Knowledge and people with knowledge are critical to addressing the challenges that we face. This is what we do as a university. This is who we are. We produce knowledge and we disseminate it. We teach our students as we share the fruits of our research. But all of my colleagues, as teachers and researchers, will tell you that we teach for a purpose, to contribute what we can to a better, more humane, more intelligible world. Some of us will do this through a devotion to improving human health or investigating climate change, others by considering how law and policy can advance justice, or by finding new meaning in timeless texts or great works of art, still others by analysing economic upheavals and devising means to address them. All of us share an opportunity to demonstrate, through the imaginative pursuit of knowledge, why our universities embody society's most ensuring investment in the future. This ceremony has been repeated in much the same way in this hall for over 100 years. I myself do not understand the significance of the bowing and doffing of hats, the standard bearers of procession. But the essence of what the ceremony conveys is our independence, our role not as a bureaucracy or a government agency or a social service agency, but our job to train, to educate, and to question. The president of Harvard University put this better than I ever could when she said, "The essence of a university is that it is uniquely accountable to the past and to the future, not simply or even primarily to the present. A university is not about results in the next quarter. It is not even about who a student has become by graduation. It is about learning that molds a lifetime, learning that transmits the heritage of millennia, learning that shapes the future." A university looks both backwards and forwards in ways that must, that even ought to, conflict with the public's immediate concerns or demands. Universities make commitments to the timeless, and these investments have yields we cannot predict and often cannot measure. So a university education should be a transforming experience where I hope you have been encouraged to confront your own personal beliefs, values, assumptions, expectations, hopes, and fears. We hope that we have helped you develop global perspectives and encouraged you to reflect on wider social and environmental issues. But it's not about achievements in the traditional sense that is important. We come to universities not only to future our careers, but to become citizens. And in order to make good citizens, our responsibility as your teachers has been to educate people capable of building just, humane, and sustainable human communities on a small and exceedingly dangerous planet. Knowledge, wisdom, and humanity, to translate the Latin motto of the university, is what we have tried to impart. Our founding statement, read out when we created the new university in October 2004, stated that we wanted to make our university a place where students, whatever their backgrounds, learn to pursue truth through rational inquiry, where researchers engaged in discovery are also teachers, where research is valued both for its own sake and for the betterment of the world, where academic freedom is encouraged and protected, where the cultivation of cognitive skills, independence of mind, intellectual integrity, and artistic expression promotes understanding and appreciation of the best that is known, thought, and created in the world, and where students and staff are encouraged, as responsible citizens of their own societies and of the international community, to embrace fundamental human and civil rights as the only just, sustainable basis for a humane civilization. That is a challenge we now set to you, to use the knowledge that you have gained not only for your own and your family's achievement, but for the betterment of society, for tolerance and understanding. Education is what will help us to innovate, to challenge bigotry, and to embrace fundamental human and civil rights and meet the challenges of the future. Things may be bad outside this hall, but you should never give in to pessimism. Never surrender your fate to chance. Use your education to endure and seek out new frontiers. At times of volatility, uncertainty, and change, we must become the architects of change, not its victims. Searching for some words to express all this, I came across a quote from John Ruskin's political essays, Unto the Last, published in 1859. Unto the Last has been described as one of the most far-reaching books published in Britain in the last 150 years, inspiring the creation of the welfare state. It was translated into numerous languages, including Gujarati, my mother tongue, by Mahatma Gandhi. I'll paraphrase. There is no wealth but life. Life, including all the powers of love, of joy, of admiration. That country is the richest, which nourishes the greatest number of noble and happy human beings. That woman is richest, who, having perfected the functions of her own life to the utmost, has also the widest helpful influence, both personal and by means of her possessions, over the lives of others. That is where, in my mind, your education should take you, having perfected the functions of your own lives, to have the widest helpful influence over the lives of others. Thank you.
Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Shaimak Maki Mohammadadi,
Well done, Shaimak. Congratulations.
Jaihu Chen,
Well done, Dr. Chen. Congratulations.
Isaris Duk Akali A,
Well done, Dr. Congratulations.
Zhao Fu,
Well done, Dr. Fu. Congratulations.
Yusuf Ali Gassia,
Well done, Dr. Fu. Congratulations.
Fushui Guo,
Well done, Dr. Fu. Congratulations.
Farouk Hafez,
Well done, Dr. Fu. Congratulations.
Amir Kashmiri,
Well done.
Jishao Li,
Well done, Dr. Fu. Congratulations.
Ka Sing Lok,
Well done, Dr. Fu. Congratulations.
Puria Omidvar,
Well done, sir. Congratulations.
Mohammed Azri Othuman Maidin,
Well done, Dr. Fu. Congratulations. Well done.
Stefano Rolfo,
Well done, Stefan. Congratulations.
and for the degree of Master of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering, Emma Walk, and for the degree of Master of Science in Commercial Project Management, Zhu Chen,
Well done, Zhu Chen. Congratulations.
Jin Ren Gao,
Well done, William.
George Magalashvili,
Well done, George. Congratulations.
Yi Pan,
Well done, Wu Tan. Congratulations.
Chang Guo,
Well done, Chen. Congratulations.
Yuan Tao,
Well done, Yuan Tan. Congratulations.
Thomas Ian Wood,
Well done, Thomas. Congratulations.
Zun Yu,
Well done, Zhu. Congratulations.
and in Construction Project Management, Mohammed Zulfadli Abd Rahman,
Well done, Mohammed. Congratulations. Well done.
Raed Youssef Abdul Al,
Well done, Ryan. Congratulations. Well done.
Ali Ahmed Mustafa Al Bayoumi,
Well done, Ali. Congratulations.
Abdullah Ashar,
Well done, Abdullah. Congratulations.
Abu Bakr Mohammed Bima,
Well done, Abu Bakr. Congratulations.
Farouk Syed Bukhari,
Well done, Farouk. Congratulations.
Ahmed Mohammed El Fadel,
Well done, Ahmed. Congratulations.
Michelle Galinda Guarez,
Well done, Michelle. Congratulations. Well done.
Raja Ahmed Hassan, Moath Musa Hussain,
Well done, congratulations.
Gito Thomas Jacob,
Well done, Peter, congratulations.
Aaron Jadwani,
Well done, congratulations.
Karamblos Kiriakou, Andrew Simon McAnulty,
Well done, Andy, congratulations.
Mohammed Mogadasset Zadeh Kermani,
Well done, Andy, congratulations. Well done.
Mohammed Mosleh,
Well done, Mohammed, congratulations.
Jeonguk Na,
Well done, Hilary, congratulations. Well done.
Adebowale Adegboyaga Adesan Onasania,
Well done, Andy, congratulations.
Nikunj Hook Chand Parach,
Well done, Mohammed, congratulations.
Jugendra Singh Pariha,
Well done, Peter, congratulations. Well done.
Panagiotis Polikapu,
Well done, congratulations.
Fuzi Reslan,
Well done, Susie, congratulations.
Salisha Roberts,
Well done, Teresa. Got a great fan club there, yeah.
Sean Louise Roberts,
Well done, congratulations.
Ganapathy Barath Subrat Anyan,
Well done, congratulations. Yeah.
Beron Ken Wickramasinghe,
Well done, congratulations.
Tang Hoon Yu,
Well done, well done.
Zi Zhang,
Well done, Jesus. Well done, congratulations.
and in engineering project management, Hyman Abbasi,
Well done, yeah.
Abdurraf Mohammed Ali Abruda,
Well done, congratulations. Well done.
Babajide Olatunde Alabi,
Well done, congratulations.
Abdul Rahman Al Gamdi,
Well done, well done.
Imran Ali,
Well done, congratulations.
Ibrahim Alomer,
Well done, congratulations.
Ahmed Dalhim Al Sahimi,
Well done, congratulations.
Gabulahan Yinka Atayobi,
Never too late to say that, yeah, well done.
Waref El Kadri,
Well done, congratulations.
Salim El Sufi,
Well done, congratulations.
Mohammed El Kodara,
Well done, Mohammed, congratulations.
Xavier Emar,
Well Well done, Xavier. Congratulations, sir.
Daniel Philip Foster.
Well done, Manuel. Congratulations, sir.
Sergio Antonio Garcia.
Well done, Sergio. Well done. Congratulations.
Garcia Garcia Andrade.
Well done, sir. Congratulations, sir.
Nitim Gautam.
Well done, sir. Congratulations.
Sabu Kalathil Antapatan.
Well done, Xavier. Congratulations, sir.
Ali Karimi Shirazia.
Well done, Manuel. Congratulations.
Nihil Kiran Kulkarni.
Well done, Manuel. Congratulations.
Kashif Malik.
Well done, Xavier. Congratulations.
Andrew Norman Murray.
Well done, Manuel. Congratulations, sir.
Kyriakos Papadopoulos.
Well done, Kyriakos. Congratulations, sir.
Andrea Paz Compian.
Well done, Manuel. Congratulations.
Venkat Anajirarajiv Pedi Reddy.
Well done, Manuel. Congratulations.
Prasopsan Ratchat Foot.
Well done, Manuel. Congratulations.
Behan Sirani.
Well done, Manuel. Congratulations, sir.
Mustafa Syed.
Well done, Mustafa. Congratulations.
Marina Spiru.
Well done, Manuel. Congratulations.
Rahil Syed.
Well done, Manuel. Congratulations.
Arati Kantanal Taylor.
Well done, Manuel. Congratulations.
Ikene Ume Ezioke.
Well done, Manuel. Congratulations.
Loisas Charalambos Bakanas. And in geotechnical engineering, Sivaraja Jiriwaksan.
Well done, sir. Congratulations. Well done.
Robert Thomas Grew.
Well done, Robert. Congratulations.
Hayuk Lee.
Well done, Howard. Congratulations.
And in information technology project management, Jianju Bayan.
Well done, Jen. Congratulations.
Yasmin Iman Saeed Warasame.
Well done, Malcolm. Congratulations.
And in management of projects, Mohammed Sad Alawan.
Well done, Malcolm. Congratulations.
Ayman Ahmed Al-Maki.
Well done, Malcolm. Congratulations.
Munjaded Kamaladin Al-Maghlani.
Well done, Malcolm. Congratulations. Well done.
Rasha Abdullah Al-Zamil.
Well done, Malcolm. Congratulations.
Jennifer Amo.
Well done, Jennifer.
Mona Mohammed Azeri.
Well done, congratulations.
Dan Bai.
Well done, Dan, congratulations.
Chen Cheng Ban.
Well done, Chen. At the end, yeah.
Tova Sim Bayam.
Well done, congratulations.
Francisca Brefo.
Well done, congratulations.
Abhishek Singh Chauhan.
Well done, congratulations.
Zongyu Chen.
Well done, congratulations.
Ki Chen.
Well done, congratulations.
Okta Shalok.
Well done, congratulations.
Jia Deng.
Well done, congratulations.
Jaiki Duan. Binji Ji Feng.
Well done, congratulations.
Guan Jian. Ting Zhao. Yunyan Guo. Mohammed Ahmed Uddin Haji Abdullah.
Well done, congratulations.
Sarah Hakimi.
Well done, Sarah, congratulations.
Javad Hashimpour.
Well done, Javad, congratulations.
Zhao Min Huang.
Well done, Javad, congratulations.
Aileen Keho.
Well done, Aileen, congratulations.
Crystal Lahoud.
Well done, Crystal, congratulations.
Tao King Lam.
Well done, Jason, congratulations.
Kai Lee.
Well done, Kai, congratulations.
Yakun Lee.
Well done, congratulations.
Zhao Min Lee.
Well done, Jalvin, congratulations.
Na Lee.
Well done, congratulations.
Wei Liang.
Well done, ladies, congratulations.
Kong Lin.
Well done, congratulations.
Yang Fang Liu.
Well done, Yang Fang, congratulations.
Zhuo Liu.
Well done, Zoe, congratulations.
Chengli Liu.
Well done, Chengli, congratulations.
Yi Lu.
Well done, Yi, congratulations.
Zheng Jia Lu.
Well done, Zheng Jia, congratulations.
Dinesh Ishwasha Mahaswari. Boriwi Mao. Adzim Mokhtar. Marco Polo Barilio. Ping Ni.
Well done, Ji-Ping. Well done. Congratulations.
Guanan Pang. Kyriakos Papalouizou.
Well done, Kyriakos.
Song Peng.
Well done, Song. Congratulations.
Kyriakos Michael Piku.
Well done, Kyriakos. Well done.
Feng Xian.
Well done, Gonzalez. Congratulations.
Jing Chin.
Well done, Jing-Chin. Congratulations.
Saman Sabati.
Well done, Saman. Congratulations.
Naif Salama.
Well done, Naif. Congratulations.
Abu Bakr Abdullahi Sani.
Well done, Abu. Congratulations.
Lee Sen.
Well done, Lee. Congratulations.
Ruzba Shahbazar.
Well done, Lee. Congratulations.
Yuan Tek Shim.
Well done, Lee. Congratulations.
Yostana Sirin Andana.
Well done, Lee. Congratulations.
Sophia Spiru.
Well done, Sophia. Congratulations.
Hua Sun.
Well done, Carson. Congratulations.
Xiao Sun.
Well done, Jiaxian. Congratulations.
Zi Yu Tang.
Well done, Ji. Congratulations.
Next. Yi Tian.
Well done, Yiqian. Congratulations.
Ka Hai Tu.
Well done. Congratulations.
Chi Hu Trong.
Well done, Ji. Congratulations.
Na Wang.
Well done, Yahweh. Congratulations.
Yin Yin Wang.
Well done, Yi. Congratulations.
Zhu Wang.
Well done, Zhu. Congratulations.
Bo Wang.
Well done, Bo. Congratulations.
Ziona Wang.
Well done, Ziona. Congratulations.
Ran Wai.
Well done, Ryan. Congratulations.
Chung Wing Wong.
Well done, Chunmin. Congratulations.
Lin Zhu.
Well
Ang Zhu.
Well done, Andrew. Congratulations.
Okay. Zhu Nan Yang.
Well done, Suman. Congratulations.
Yao Yao.
Well done. Congratulations.
Zuan Yu.
Well done, Suman. Congratulations.
Dawai Zhang.
Well done, Dan. Congratulations.
Qingdong Zhan.
Well done, Jim. Congratulations.
Han Zhang.
Well done, Dan. Congratulations.
Xiao Zi Zhang.
Well done, Jim. Congratulations. Well done.
Yan Zhao.
Well done, Yan Zhao. Congratulations.
Yixuan Zhao.
Well done. Congratulations.
Yi Zhu.
Well done, Lisa. Congratulations.
Shuai Zhuo.
Well done. Congratulations.
And in project management, Clive Aldred.
Well done, Clive. Congratulations.
Jill Askew.
Well done, Jill. Congratulations.
Philip Martin Joseph Deval Galère.
Well done, Philip. Congratulations.
Anthony Paul Dutta.
Well done, Anthony. Congratulations.
Sarah Foreman.
Well done, Sarah. Congratulations.
Stephen Powell.
Well done, Stephen. Congratulations.
Matthew Smith.
Well done, Matthew. Congratulations.
Andrew James Taylor.
Well done, Andrew. Congratulations.
Lindsay Walker.
Well done, Lindsay. Congratulations.
And for the posthumous award of Master of Science in Management of Projects, Quintin Ortolo. And for the postgraduate diploma in Management of Projects, Li Ning. Yes, I've done that one. We're on to this one. Oh, it's not here. Sorry about that. And in commercial project management, we don't have anyone. Okay. And for the degree of Master of Engineering in Aerospace Engineering, Mark Gareth Storer. There's no one there. Ah, is that? Okay. Okay, now we get it. And in Management of Projects, Dawe Pan.
Well done, Gary. It was the longest time ever took. Congratulations.
And for the degree of Master of Engineering in Aerospace Engineering, Mark Gareth Storer.
Never thought it would you. Well done. Congratulations.
And in Civil Engineering, Kamaraj Puvanakumar.
Well done. Congratulations.
And for the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Aerospace Engineering with honours, Tayyib Jawad.
Well done, Harry. Congratulations.
And in Mechanical Engineering with honours, Christopher John Burton.
Well done, Christopher. Congratulations.
Today, we have celebrated the award of your degrees. Congratulations. On behalf of the University of Manchester, I extend to each of you our very best wishes for your future. I now declare the ceremony closed.